What do you think about this? Do you think that there's hope for the hippos here? Are they hungry hippos, or are they just going to get run over?
I think the only hope for the hippos is if Kyle bets himself running around naked outside on no bounty hunter once again. I think they basically have to screw up the lanes. If everything goes normally, they just have the 1-to-1 counters needed to kill everyone on Dire, while they don't really have the opposite to kill everyone on Radiant. So I think the lineups will kind of play themselves out unless there's some wonky stuff.
Oh dear, well Sandy has just walked into 3 heroes, so he is going to be the sacrificial first blood, so not the best start here, unfortunately, for the side of the hippos. How do they shore up these lanes, VSJ? How do we make sure that these hippos have a fighting chance?
I think it's mainly the TA just dominating the puck. It is a matchup that is favored for TA, and it's all about him hitting his timings basically so early that he's allowed to run around with that Deso Blink Dagger before the invasions really start to happen. They don't really have somebody that can tank the Beastmaster Roar. Timbersaw on paper is able to do so, but once that AA gets the 6, they should have enough damage to bring him down with that combo.
All right, well, all eyes over here on this mid lane. Mumbos and, of course, Mtaki on his puck here. Definitely, I asked the players actually early on some of their favorite heroes, and that is definitely high on the list. I believe that's his favorite mid-hero, so I'll be very interested to see how he fares here. Seems to be doing pretty decently, all things considered.
It seems like it's one of those matchups I've seen recently that usually Puck doesn't do very well against TA, but right now TA is kind of a mediocre hero while Puck's a very good hero. So all the times I've seen it, it's gone relatively even, and I just don't think the TA picks enough to negate the Puck's impact moving forward throughout the game. All these heroes are so nice when you look at like how hard they are to bring down on Dire, but they just have the ability to kind of kill you multiple times, I think. Like, there's so much sustained damage through the course of team fights coming out from no bounty hunter that I don't think they'll have a problem chewing through all these beefy boys. But they are aggroing, which is a good way to slow down the Ursa and a good way to enable the Timbersaw. I'm just always going to be concerned when you're enabling a Timbersaw. It's kind of similar to Morphling when it's just against an Ancient Apparition. These heroes really can't function very well through that Ice Blast.
Ducky needs to be a little careful. As the Fairy Fire is trying to outplay Mumbos here, but he's going to be able to duck away and avoid those side blades. Have we seen a successful TA yet?
I personally have not. I've seen it fail, I think, twice now. The farming mids just aren't that potent right now, it seems. Usually all the attention is on the carries. But bottom, we are seeing a forced TP out. Just back to tower, though. Looks like he's got a lot of stats and regen. The lane's looking very good for Hippomaniacs bottom, as Ursa's only got 6 CS as it's shoved into the opponent tower. So Ursa's really not hitting creeps down here.
Is that going to be enough, though? Are they going to be able to recover here?
If they get this kill top... Ooh. Okay. The thing when I look at tri-lanes, or like aggro like this, it's all about what's happening in the other 2 lanes. So I see a 17-2 Puck to a 12-0 TA, and I see a Timbersaw that just died. Then just the reason why the solo lanes matter so much more is because they're getting solo experience. So even if this tri-lane Ursa is not doing the best, as long as his other cores do well, he'll have time to recover.
Oh, they're trying to make the moves down here on Flash, and they've got enough damage, though. He is going to get taken down here. Khan needs to be a little bit careful. There's quite a few people, but Desire's also here with the battery assault, so they'll get a kill on Muff, go and throw up those cogs, but they're still going to end up losing Khan, and now Desire is forced to run away. So a bit of trading back and forth here. Definitely seems pretty good for the Hippos to take down Khan.
I guess their saving grace might be bottom lane. It's going really well for them. I'm always going to keep an eye out for this AA's levels. His level 6 means so much this game. Owen was super excited to see this pick, and I don't blame him. I'm kind of surprised they gave it to him. It kind of just removes their heroes from the pool. It almost seems like a gotcha pick. And Beastmaster against Timber is supposed to be heavily favored for Timber, but that early assistance from the Clockwork getting that kill seems to have really turned the tides of that lane as well in Radiant's favor.
Well, Hippo's doing the best that they can to try to get themselves these favorable lanes, but like you said, things don't always go the way that you would like them to. Again, eyes over here on the mid lane, just watching Kentucky and, of course, Mumbos duke it out. Seems again that 4-minute rune comes up just a little bit early with that illusory orb here on Kentucky, but still going to be able to go refill the bottle as he makes his way over. So that feels pretty good. And they haven't really... Oh, they did send Desire over. Okay, interesting. Thought that they would want to go and try to shore up these runes. And with the haste rune picked up on Kentucky, this is looking pretty nice for them as they take down Mambo. So that's not what you want. Forcing 2 TPs as well over into the mid lane.
Now, the problem with these solo lanes, how they're going for the Dire squad, is that they're going to have to basically get rid of this tri-lane as soon as possible, because they can't afford to keep sitting heroes bottom if that means their runes are not getting checked for them. You're seeing there the power of the clockwork roaming compared to the supports of Witch Doctor and Shadow Shaman, and he's smoked right back up, looking to make more happen.
I can see him waiting patiently over for the 5-minute rune. Muff is going to be the one who walks over there. Doesn't have Sunny nearby, though. Being very patient. Looks like they're going to try to make a little bit of moves, but Battery Assault coming up. Zara going to hold Muff into place, followed up with the AA. Trying to get that cold feet proc, not going to be able to quite get it, but they do manage to go and secure the bounty runes here. Feels pretty darn good. Khan taking a lot of harass, though. Is going to have to hide over here in the trees, hoping that they don't find him. Unfortunately, they do have the means to cut down trees, so this is a dead bear in the woods.
Yeah, if I'm Khan, I'm just going to look at the other lanes and reassure myself that, yeah, every time you play a game of Dota, at least one core has to have a rough start. If that's not the case, you're probably crushing. So we'll just assume he's pretty content with what's going on, at least if we minimize the feeds moving forward.
Well, I mean, that is like one of the nice things about this particular group, right? Is that I believe 3 to 4 of the players have all played together multiple times. I think, I know 3 of them played on 5 Comrades together. I forget, is it Desire who wasn't in the stack before? Is he the newcomer?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe he's the he's talking about the inconsistency of because of the professional football situation.
Right. Kentucky needs to be a little careful here. It's gonna be
that is pretty damn cool, though.
The fact that he's a professional footballer.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the chance to cast these guys just yet, so.
Yeah, they're really fun, for sure. I reached out to some of the Tier 2 teams trying to get more information early on because, you know, it is the lower division and there's not as much information. But the No Bounty Hunter guys were very, very eager to tell me about, you know, things that they like to play, who makes calls and whatnot, and I thought that was pretty cool, so. Would love to get more information about more of the Tier 2 teams. If you're interested, let me know. But again, we're
a lot of pressure coming out top from the Timber, as he is level 6. Basically unkillable for now. That for now is very important. I wonder if the Puck's going to try to make a move up here. Might just wait for the Ancient Apparition 6. Is getting all of his mana burn.
That is true here, and Mumbo's another TP forced down. They canceled it. This is not looking great now for this TA. Although, it looks like they don't want to dive too hard. They don't have a lot of creeps over by the tower. But they're still waiting patiently. A couple hits off with D-Ward. Zara running right at Mambos. No fear on this little guy at all. And they're trying to just chew through the refraction. Yep, down goes Mambos. This TA is not having a game. What do you do now?
Yeah, when they last picked this TA, I think a lot of what the panel was concerned about is that Wraith King needs assistance early because he's against these kill threat heroes. He's also laning against an Ursa. Timbersaw is not going to assist you early. So you're kind of on your own little island, and you're against Puck Clockwork. And they're doing a great job of punishing. And I don't really see how they can do much about that. Witch Doctor, Shadow Shaman, they just don't have that roaming prowess that this Clockwork's going to have in a one-to-one situation. And this is allowing Indiki to get every single room, which is making this so much easier for him to do what he needs to do in the mid lane.
Yeah, they really have not been able to do much of a rotation coming out from the supports on the side of Hippo. It feels almost like they put maybe too many eggs in one basket down here, trying to shut down Khan. And granted, it is doing pretty well, but it's causing the other lanes to suffer a bit. Although Desire over here, the shackles came out from Muff, but immediately get canceled over on the side. Sunny will fall, and it looks like they're going to lose both of these supports here now. Yeah, look at that. Desire just running them down and throwing down the taunt.
And Desire is carrying the living hell out of this game. He single-handedly gave Blink, like, even though Blink still lost top lane, he made this a survivable lane for him in such a terrible matchup. He's single-handedly won mid for his Puck with the runes as well as the ganks. And now we're seeing Blink actually roar Timbersaw here. Is it going to be enough?
They're trying really hard. They need to get over there a little bit faster, though. Looks like they just don't have that damage. Desire, though, of course, you know, doing clockwork things, hoping maybe he'll turn around, maybe he'll get greedy, but not really having that damage necessary. Just gonna be a thorn in his side at the very least. Needs to be careful that he doesn't just die here as well. Fairy Fire getting popped by Desire. Does have a couple of those raindrops, too. I like that pickup. But the pressure is on in the top lane for sure with that Beastmaster. That tower most likely not going to be there for very long. Although Khan needs to be a bit careful. The shackles come out from up, plus the malediction. Curry making his way over. Has the boys, has the stun. This is looking like it's gonna be a dead bear, but maybe he can take Sunny down with him before he goes down. It's not looking too great though. Needs a little bit more damage. Nope, there it is. He manages to go, takes down the Witch Doctor, and somehow this silly old bear is still alive and kicking. He's gonna try to run away here, maybe juke. Curry really wanting this, but he's not gonna be able to. Oh, at the last second, doesn't have to cancel the TP onto the high ground. He's got that vision. So now Khan is just taking a little tour of the Dire's base. He's gonna just die here to that tower. Spent enough time running around in circles.
Yeah, I like Curry's idea there. I'm gonna stun him, and then I'm actually just gonna leave, because it's probably more inefficient for him to be in our base than it is for him to be dead, and he's chosen to take his own way out.
Another roar here in the top lane with the battery assault, though, being able to burn off some more of that mana. They go and they drop the Dream Coil. This is looking like a dead Timbersaw finally, and Desire is dominating.
Yeah, once Beastmaster gets Necrobook, I think being able to occupy the lane against him is kind of just a myth these days. People like to pick the Tidehunters, the Timbersaws, heroes that can normally tank through all this summon's damage, but this early on, it's just too much, because you also have no mana.
That is a big problem. A Timbersaw without mana is a sad timber indeed. Muff, though, making a rotation. Wanted to try to go and grab Desire here, but unfortunately just doesn't have that range yet. Big ol' Ice Blast being tossed up here to the top lane.
Oh god, he just TP'd in after
did.
respawning.
Oh, he's gonna have to do the Walk of Shame if he dies here. Does have the Timber Chain, though, and they are going to rotate the... oh, they cancel out the TP. Oh, I don't know about that. I think... oof, yep, he's dead. Absolutely wrecked there.
There are heroes in Dota that can operate from behind with a few deaths early, and Timbersaw is not one of them.
Neither is TA, honestly. You get too many deaths on this hero, and she just falls apart. This feels very bad if you're a Hippos fan right now.
#1 net worth on the charts, Puck. This hero can absolutely carry for like the first 25 to 30 minutes of the game. If it continues long enough, it can go even longer because of that phase shift attacks and that option for the talents. He is going for the Witchblade, already has it done at 12 minutes. That's going to chew through the refraction of the TA, going to give them that extra bit of burst damage through the Timbersaw and the Wraith King. I'm not liking what this game's looking like for Hippomaniacs.
Oh, the hook shot coming in hot. Grabs two of them in the cogs with the Ice Blast. It's beautiful. Sunny falls, and this is not looking great for the TA, although she does manage to get the kill on Desire, but down she goes. Mumbo's no longer alive. Wraith King didn't have anything there. He's dead, and now Muff is going to fall as well. Blink's taking a lot of damage from those Serpent Wards, but in comes Peck. Not sure what he hopes to do here. Maybe just try to clear off the creep waves. But Ntaki is going to be able to go and just mess around with them, play a little bit with that silence, has flash nearby. They're just going to toy with him a little bit.
He might be dead. He's got the Witch's Blade damage coming out.
Does indeed. Does have the teleport coming out, though, from Sunny. Malediction comes out as well. Silence. Ntaki finds it. This little Puck.
What a sick TP. Oh, I thought he might be out.
A little bit too cheeky, perhaps. Yeah, look at the smile. Like, ha, got him. But this does go back to the fact that, you know, he had a really rough laning stage, right? This Ursa was not allowed to really hit creeps, but it comes back to the idea of, hey, my lane's going to suffer, but I know that Ntaki's going to have a really good lane, and he's going to make that space. And isn't that kind of what we're seeing?
Yeah, exactly. He's queued up the farming items, the phase boots into Battle Fury. He's kind of skimped out on all the small laning items as much as possible. So his timings just aren't going to be that delayed because now, yeah, his Battle Fury will be a bit late. But once he gets it, he'll be right back to normal.
And that's when the game starts getting even scarier. You can see the Curry doing the best he can. He is going to be going for that Radiance. Muff is going to take an ice blast to the face down here. Needs to be careful because they're hunting. Yeah, look at that hook shot right in from the side. He's too old for this. And Desire finds himself yet another kill.
Yeah, light at the end of the tunnel for Hippomaniacs is this Radiance timing's pretty early for Wraith King, at least, all things considered, the fact that he was in a tri-lane. But the problem is, like, they just have too many heroes that need to farm and 2 supports that can't really do anything to help them, other than what we're seeing in the mid lane, where you just sit behind your cores trying to protect them.
Sometimes that's the best you can hope for, but a couple of these bounces coming in. Desire taking a large chunk of damage, so he should tick down to that Maledict.
Yeah, he's probably pretty...
Yeah, down he goes, but over on the side, the roar comes out. Oh my god, Muff just absolutely explodes. He'll follow up with a 3-man Dream Coil, throw out the Illusory Orb, get that damage down. Mambos, he just got that Death Snow, but he can't do anything with it. Witch Doctor's gonna be next to fall, and it's not looking great here for Tepec. He's slowed down, Blink chasing after him. It's a double kill.
This Beastmaster hero, man, I don't know. So good as he TP's bottom. He's gonna mana burn Curry down to 0. He could maybe chase him down.
Denies the tower. He's got those archers. He's getting pincered on right now. Flash throwing out the ice blast. Will land. Bam! Slam dunk.
Just a reminder to people, if they don't know why this looks like so much damage, when Necrobooks got nerfed for farming, they actually got buffed for how much damage they do to heroes. So with the Beastmaster Aura, those things absolutely shred, as he has a 15-minute Necrobook 3. And I think that's just the Clockwork's impact on the top lane. Yeah, it's not a great matchup against Timbersaw, because they got that little early bolster to his momentum. He's able to pretty much hit his normal timings anyways, despite the hard lane matchup counter. And that's why it seems like, to me, what I've seen so far in DPC is these 1-to-1 counters in like the laning phase early game. As long as your lineup has like a better way to play the map, it just doesn't matter. Like, people are doing such a good job at enabling that early first 5 minutes or so that the like 1-to-1 sheet counters on paper, it just doesn't play out that way.
I know you've put a very like large emphasis on the fact that the supports too, they should be able to go and push out waves. You don't really have that though on the side of no bounty hunter.
Yep, and everyone who shows up to Beastmaster's lane is going to get this treatment, pretty much.
That's pretty much what's happening over on the side. They managed to take down Muff. They'll turn back around. That is the reincarnation now. They get the roar off though. Blink hitting all of his spells will go. They'll get a kill. He gets the experience for it. Curry now left alone with Kentucky. It's not looking great for him because Kentucky gets a triple kill and they'll turn back around. They have Dust for this TA. She's just going to get pushed back. She is being manhandled right now as Kentucky just clicks away and it's an ultra kill. I think you don't let Kentucky get this hero again, personally.
Yeah, I've seen 2 games of it now, and I think I've seen 2 games too many, based on the performances he's had. I don't think in patches where a hero like Puck is so strong, if a player, like, he's level 25 Dota Plus on this hero, he's Platinum tier, or Master tier. You do not give this away in a patch like this.
He does too much. Oh, Muff. Oh, no. You know what's coming. It's coming in hot here.
Please.
He turns around because he's hoping maybe he can at least put some damage down, get a spell up, but immediately the Waning Rift comes out, silences him. Sunny is told, go back to your home. You're not welcome here. As now, Tepec is the only one dancing around the stairs, the only one who can really be here, but it's still so dangerous for this Timbersaw. And then look, he's just playing with him. Oh, he went back in. Oh no, Sunny.
His life will let them know that they have a ward there. So that witch doctor, you know, it was his death was not for naught.
I like the positivity, BSJ. Absolutely. Dream Coil will get used just on this Timber. He is taking so much damage. He needs to be so careful. Back Kentucky says, yeah, you know, we're just gonna make sure that you don't get out of this at all. Let's go grab Muffy. Manages to go drop those Serpent Wards. So it looks like they're finally gonna be able to get a kill, but they cannot get their hands on this Puck. He is way too slippery. And while this is going down, BSJ, look at that. Khan gets himself an Aegis with the Immortal. All the space in the world. He's recovered nicely. Now, second in terms of net worth from a very terrible laning stage. Things are turning up real nice for no bounty hunter.
Yeah, I'm sure Senny's a little bit frustrated because he died and he's like, guys, they have a ward there. And then his Timbersaw TP's in and dies and is like, they must have vision here. That must have been what happened, something along those lines. So,
sounds like you've had this happen to you.
I know support players out there.
Sound a bit
We
triggered?
understand your plight, guys. We understand.
All right, well, looks like we get some movement going towards this top tower. Still looks like they're looking for an engagement, though. Mambos, he can't even farm this camp. Look at this, they dropped the Necrobooks. They've got a big ol' Ice Blast coming in. Mambos is most likely dead here, despite his best efforts. And over on the side, Muff is just getting poked away here by the bears. He goes running in here after the Timber Saw. They'll take down Senny, and they'll take down Timber. And the only one left standing is the Wraith King. They've had it. They say, all right, this is just not working. We don't want to have to deal with this anymore. And they call the GG. Good